Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. In this video, we'll be doing our detailed review of the Xiaomi 15. So Xiaomi 15 has been launched in India for almost now close to 3 weeks now, and this device is the flagship category series, the 15 series. We have two devices in India, the Xiaomi 15 and the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. In fact, we have done a lot of videos on the Xiaomi 15 and the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. In case you're not watched it, do check out our channel. You will get all the videos including the camera, the charging test and comparison with other devices. Now, we have been using the Xiaomi 15 for more than a month now, and this is our in-depth review after 30 days plus usage of this device. So we will cover all the aspects of this device and see how good the device is. We'll also list out the pros and cons of the Xiaomi 15. So let's begin. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's start off with the design and build quality. Now if you look at the design of the Xiaomi 15, you can clearly see that it is kind of evolved design from the Xiaomi 14. Now this device does retain a lot of design language as that of the Xiaomi 14. The back panel is now a matte finish. Earlier it used to be glossy finish. Now the edges have been given slight curvature, making it much more easier to hold. Even the camera bump has been refined, but the design language is very similar to the Xiaomi 14. But having said that, it is more refined and feels very good in hands at just slightly above 8 mm in thickness and just 191 grams in weight. It is very compact. In fact, 6.36 is a sweet spot for a lot of people, so that makes it really good in terms of the compact form factor, and the overall experience using this small device is really good, and the design language is definitely good. In fact, it might not be a standout design because the Xiaomi 14 is already there, but it is more refined design. Now if you look at the front panel design, here also you can see that the bezels have been kept very minimal, and the overall flat display gives it a really great experience. We'll talk about the display in a while, and overall the bezel experience is extremely thin, and the quality of the display also looks good. And the frame is aluminum alloy and making it really strong, and the front glass is Xiaomi's shield glass, which is really strong glass. That's what Xiaomi claims. And overall build quality, fit and finish looks very nice. The back panel, the matte finish also looks very neat. So it definitely feels very premium in hand, and the design and build quality also looks really good. So that's the design and build quality of the Xiaomi 15, and we don't really have anything to complain here. It's a well refined design, good in hands, and extremely comfortable to use even in longer period of time. Next, let's talk about the display. Now you get an AMOLED 120Hz LTPO panel, and you get 1.5K display. It's a 3200 nits of peak brightness, and the display quality is very good. Now you get all the support, HDR10 support, HDR10 plus, Dolby Vision, you get a True Tone Pro HDR, everything is there, and it's definitely one of the best displays in this price segment in terms of colors and vividness, and it's really treat to use. The brightness levels are also good. The auto visibility is also really nice. Especially watching movies is a treat on this display, especially with the Dolby Vision support and also HDR10 plus support. So this is definitely one of the good displays out there. It's a small display, 6.36 inches compared to a display say on the OnePlus 13. You get a larger display. Here you get a very compact display, but still the display experience is really amazing, and you also get the Xiaomi's shield glass protection, as I said before. So overall experience with the display is really great. Now let's talk about the software experience. Now you get Xiaomi's HyperOS 2.0 on this device, and then you get 4 years of Android updates. That's the promised one, 4 years, and 6 years of security patches. So that's well settled. 4 years is pretty good time, I would say, even for flagship. Although Samsung is offering higher length of duration of update cycle, 4 years I still feel is quite good. But what is not so good about the update cycle is the security patch. Now security patches are rolled out once in like 2 or 3 months time. In fact, this has the March security patch, but Xiaomi 15 Ultra still has the January security patch. So that is something which Xiaomi needs to address. Monthly security patch should be at least rolled out for the flagship categories. That is one area we feel Xiaomi should improve. But otherwise the software experience is good. HyperOS is very smooth, lag-free experience, and then you also get really great animations. There are plenty of customization options included in the UI, and a whole lot lot of AI features are also included. So that way it is really good. The haptic feedback is also extremely well done, and the overall experience, the animations, the app opening time, the memory management, everything looks very good, and the software experience is really nice as well. So there is hardly any issues, handicaps. The only area where Xiaomi needs to improve is the monthly security patches. So that's one area where Xiaomi needs to improve. But otherwise, it's a very good software experience on this device, very smooth and lag-free experience. Now next, let's talk about the performance. Now Snapdragon 8 Elite, you get 12 GB RAM, 512 GB storage, LPDDR5X RAM, UFS 4.0. Everything is top notch on this device, and it is offered in only one variant, 12/512. That's also really good. 512 GB is offered by default. That's once again very good job done by Xiaomi, because a lot of phones still have 256 even in the flagship category. So here we get 512. Now in terms of performance, there is hardly any hiccups in terms of performance. We all know that Snapdragon 8 Elite is really powerful in the flagship category, and here also you get a very solid performance, whether it's day-to-day task, heavy task, gaming, everywhere you get a really great experience. Even the Antutu benchmark score, we got around 25 lakh, which is a really solid experience. And if you look at the individual scores also, it's really good. The storage, UFS 4.0 does a really amazing job as well. Now one thing where Xiaomi 15 struggles is when it is used outdoor, or when it is used for excessive work. Say if you run the benchmark test 3 or 4 times continuously, it might lead to throttling, especially when you are gaming for a long duration. There are chances that this device might throttle because the heat dissipated, or rather the thermal management could be slightly better overall. Although there is cooling mechanism included, there is a bit of throttling, especially in terms of heavy load. But in terms of normal usage, you don't see any sort of throttling nor heating issues. But when you put it to heavy task, say if you run heavy benchmark, or if you are using the device outdoor in extreme sunlight, there is a chance that the device can throttle because of the higher temperature it can reach because of the compact form factor. So there is a bit of throttling in heavy load, but normal usage you don't see any sort of issues. So that's the performance aspect. Gaming also, it's a really good device. Now it comes with an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which is very smooth, dual stereo speakers with the Dolby Atmos support, extremely good sound quality, and the signal strength is also good. We are tested with Airtel and Jio 5G, absolutely no issues in that. So overall, I would say performance wise it's really good, except when you put it to heavy tasks, there is a bit of throttling happening. So that's the performance side. Let's move on to the cameras. Now you get a triple 50 megapixel camera. Now we have a primary 50 megapixel. It's a Xiaomi's own custom sensor with optical image stabilization. The secondary one is a floating telephoto, again optical image stabilization. Third one is an ultra wide angle camera. Then you get a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Now all these cameras are tuned by Leica, and you get the Leica portrait system, Leica authentic, Leica vibrant, then Leica portrait, master portrait system. All of these options are there. You can control the bokeh effect. Everything is there. Plenty of features are there. It's a versatile camera out there. Now let's talk about the camera samples. Now we have already done a detailed video, so in case you want a full-fledged camera review, you can check out that video. But in short, the camera samples have come really good. The daylight captures turned out to be really well. Good details, good sharpness levels, and the dynamic range also looks good. Sharpness levels is one thing which we really like. Probably one of the best sharpest image in this price segment. We have tested Oppo Find X8, Samsung S25, then we have tested iQOO 13. All of these combined, Xiaomi 15 did have a really great sharpness in this price segment. So extremely good quality from the primary camera. Now the telephoto lens also does a really good job. It's 2.6x zoom, even though last time it was 3x. Now we have a slightly different sensor size, but still 2.6x looks really good, and the details and quality looks amazing. Now the ultra wide angle camera 50 megapixel also does a pretty good job in terms of details, sharpness levels, and dynamic range, and absolutely no issues. Now you can also use the macro camera using the telephoto, because it's a floating telephoto. You get really good macro samples as well, which is really good. Now coming to the portraits. Now in terms of portraits, this is one area where we feel Xiaomi could refine a bit more, especially the Leica portrait system. The contrast was slightly off and the skin tones was not that good, so we would suggest you to shift to the master portrait system, where the images are really good and you can take really good portraits with multiple lens options, or rather focal length 24mm, then you have 35, 60, 75mm, so you can take in different focal length from the camera app, and you can get great portraits as well. So portrait quality is very good, but make sure you choose the master portrait system. The Leica portrait system was not that effective. Now coming to the low light experience, once again we feel this is one of the strong points of the Xiaomi 15. Extremely good low light capabilities, good sharp images, good details on offer, the dynamic range, the quality of the low light photos looks really amazing, because it actually feels like night images rather than overexposing and bringing the scene to a completely different image. But here you get very accurate images, and the low light experience is really good. Even with the telephoto lens also, the low light experience was really superb. Now coming to the selfies, the 32 megapixel provides good portrait rather selfies, but selfie camera, this might not be the best camera out there. I would say it's kind of okay-ish experience. From the 32 megapixel shooter, there is good amount of detail, dynamic range, then skin tones are also quite good, but I wouldn't say this is definitely the best camera out there for selfies. It is good, there are better cameras, especially the S25 gives slightly better selfie experience. Now video recording is also very good on this device, very smooth 4K recording, hardly any hiccups or issues, and you can record 4K 60 fps using all the cameras, even the front camera as well. So as a whole, the camera system is really amazing, and the Leica partnership gives it really great experience overall from all the three cameras. Now moving on to the battery life. It comes with a 5240 mAh battery, and it's an increase from last year's battery life, and battery life is really good actually. You get 90 watt fast charging, and wireless charging is also included, so that is one good thing. You get wireless charging and the 90 watt adapter which charges in around 40-45 minutes, and the battery life is actually good, even though we've thought like comparing to OnePlus which has 6000 mAh battery, the battery life may not be that good, but surprisingly the battery life is very good on this device. The battery performance and optimization seems to be very good, and we could get through easily a day of usage even with heavy usage. So battery life is once again really good on this device. So that was our detailed experience with the Xiaomi 15. So let's summarize the pros and cons. Now the pros include good design, build quality. You also get IP68 rating. There is no IP69, but IP68 is there. That's standard across all the flagships right now, and great build quality, fit and finish, good display, one of the best displays I would say in this price segment, HDR10 plus, Dolby Vision, everything is there, one of great displays, good software experience, great performance, excellent cameras, and good battery life. Now the cons of the device, probably I would say the software patch cycle needs to improve. Xiaomi needs to take care of the monthly security patches in a better way. That's one area where we feel Xiaomi 15 needs to improve, or rather Xiaomi devices needs to improve. Second is at heavy load there is a bit of throttling happening. Again, not a major concern for normal users, but if you are a person who puts that extra effort or extra load to the device, like extremely outdoor shooting, extreme gaming, you might feel that throttling, and then that's probably the only con I felt. And also the Leica portrait system needs a bit more fine tuning, I would say. The master portrait did work well, but the Leica portraits needs a bit more fine tuning. So that was my experience with the Xiaomi 15. So as a whole, I would say price at 64,999, and with card offers you can get it at 59,999. 512 variant, it's extremely value for money package, great offering, especially for compact form factors. This is just a 6.36 screen size, so if you're looking for a compact phone with no major compromises, then definitely the Xiaomi 15 is a great package out there, and you can go ahead and buy it from me.com or other offline partners as well. So that was my experience with the Xiaomi 15. What do you guys think about the Xiaomi 15 as a whole? Do you like the package? In case you are already a Xiaomi 15 user, do share your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.